Hey everybody on YouTube, it's your boy the Memphis XL, right back at you with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we duel with a different deck every day. We're back at it, and we're taking a look today at an interesting archetype. We're looking at the Warrock archetype, which is a bunch of barbarian lads and lasses that are all about battle phase shenanigans. And we're going to take ourselves into today's episode. We're just going to show this deck off, show what Warrocks can do. It's not much, but you know what? They can do some things. We can summon surprising cards. So let's go ahead in today's episode, have ourselves a good one, and let's just get right into it. Alright, yeah, first opponents want to go second with today's deck. We're very much go second sort of deck. And what do we have for an opening hand? It's an interesting hand. There's certainly stuff and things I can do with it. The problem is, we're up against Traptrix, and they are a very much go first or go home deck. Much like us, we're a go second or go home deck. So, depending on what he do, and a Traptrix monster, okay. He might get the mistletoe one. Yeah, because these are all based off of plants and animals that are predatory. It's like mistletoe. I don't think, is mistletoe predatory? I never thought of that. But yeah, there it is. Ginilorua. It's apparently some form of mistletoe. And hey, did he not have any traps? Oh, Lord. You opened with the worst trap trick hand. Regardless, I have my field spell, Warrock Mountain. This, when activated, adds any Warrock monster. So, I'm going to do exactly that. Let's see. No monsters or warrior monsters. Yep, that'll work. So, with this hand, since I have my big boy, I have littler boy, and I have smallish dude, I'm going to add Skylar. I'm just going to add Skylar, and we'll be good about it. And we're going to activate Warrock's Ordeal. This card gets 3 counters when played. When Warrocks destroy monsters by battle, you can remove a counter and draw 1 card. Just a little bit of extra draw power. So now what we're going to do, let's go ahead and activate Polymerization. We don't have a fusion, but there is a fusion that works with Warrocks. It's called Edaten, the Conquering Star. You need 2 level 5 or higher monsters, which thankfully a lot of Warrocks are. So we're just going to go ahead and summon this boy out here. When this guy is summoned, I can add a level 5 warrior from my deck to my hand. So I can add Orpus, or I can add the other 2 dudes, but we're just going to get Orpus. It's going to get Orpus right here. And I have not normal summoned yet. So I can normal summon Orpus without tributes, because all I have is warriors. Very cool. And then Club Boy can summon himself when you summon a Warrock. This is the only real special summon in this deck, except for the field spell. So, field spell time, we're going to enter battle phase. And so, Warrock Mountain, at the start of the battle phase, you can summon a Warrock from the hand, so long as it has different names for the monsters you have. So, we're going to summon our boss monster, Bachilios, or however you pronounce his name. I think I made it a little fancier than it's supposed to be. But regardless, this is where we just go for beatdown. And yeah, I can basically just go ahead and use my Bachilios' effect. Basically, this guy can now attack directly. Everybody gets 200 attack points. It's a nice little thing. And we'll go ahead and keep boosting our attack power. Orpus, we did some damage. We can ditch a monster and give ourselves more attack points. It's a very simple idea with these monsters. I mean, there are barbarians after all. They're all about beatdown. It's really all they do. It's a thing. There's still a newish archetype. I feel like there's going to be a lot more Warrocks in the future. Or at least I hope so, because, you know, I just hope that there's a bit more. Just a few more. Something from the extra deck, a few main deck monsters maybe. But mostly spell traps. But regardless, there's a clean OTK. I was rambling. There was so much more going on than I figured. But there you go. I was expecting to run into a wall of trap cards. But I guess the Traptrix boys can brick on occasion. Regardless of that, there's the idea of the deck. Swarm monster, beatdown, and hope for no battle traps. So, there's our first opponent. Let's go ahead and duel number 2. And I'll try to slow it down a little bit and explain a little better. Alright, he's secondary opponent. Let's try going first this time if we can. We have options for both. We'll see how it go. We're up against a guy called Lap Dancer. I don't know if that's a dude, a chick, or both. Who knows? Opening hand. I mean, I can make the big fusion. I can at least make big fusion. Unfortunately, he's playing Lair of Darkness. That could be problematic, because he can tribute my monsters for things. which is something I really don't appreciate. I really just don't want my stuff being tributed. That would suck. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, there's Agrama, the Wicked Warden. Let's see. Yep, tribute himself to do stuff. Let's see. Add Dartmouth 2,000 more defense. Dip. But this is not a quick effect, so I don't know why he just sat on it. Weird. Alrighty, let's go ahead and activate Field Spell. I can't wait for them to code that in, because it'll look really nice. And let's see, who do we want? Add War Rock card from deck to hand, and all War Rocks gain more attack. That sounds good. Let's go Fortia. Fortia, the Fortifier. That's what we're going to call you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and activate Polymerization and attempt to summon Big Dude. We shall summon forth Big Dude in attack mode. And he shall add us another monster. And we're going to go ahead and activate our last Orpus. Why not? We'll add our last Orpus. We're not going to summon him right now. I'm going to summon Fortia, actually. Because I'd like to add more stuff, not going to lie. We'll set this, go into battle phase. And that'll activate my field spell, and summon out my big boss dude with an axe. It's a surprising amount of swarm you can do with this deck. I don't know what to say. People sing to sink. You need a lot of floodgates to make this deck work. You really don't. And see, since my opponent has a monster smaller than me, my opponent's monster's attack will become Zippo. This guy beats anything that's a lower level. Doesn't work on, you know, Exceeds or Links, but it works on other stuff. Works on other stuff. Why didn't you go off? Your Earth Warrior battles after damage kit. Oh, maybe I have to battle a monster with you? That's not... It's not really stated there. But okay, whatever. My opponent surrenders. Little prematurely. I didn't have game there, but you know, I wanted to surrender. So, wow, we're having some rather quick duels so far. Probably going to go for a bonus fourth duel. But, yeah. That's how Warlocks play, man. You swarm board. You always get the field spell or you're dead. But you keep swarming board and beating down. So, there's duel number 2. Let's go for number 3. See if we can actually find some back and forth. Alrighty, third opponent. Let's get right into the action. Let our opponent pick. That's fine. Let's see. What do we have in opening hand here? Not a grand opening hand, but it's something. It's something to start with. You know, if my monster gets destroyed, I can summon me boss. We're up against ice barriers. I see. Ditching Wayne already. A risky maneuver, one must say. Alright, so ice barriers not as good going first, but they can do some good opening plays with the right stuff. Let's see, what is he going to make? Halkafibra? No. The new Duloran. And by new, I mean they gave him an errata. They gave him an errata. Let's see. Hey, because now he's a hard once per 10. Okay, so summoning up Prior. Ditch Prior, bring back Wayne. I see. That first turn Wayne play. So now he's gonna, see, add any spell trap, get the medallion, activate the medallion, get another monster. Alright, he's doing stuff. And he's bouncing his clear wall so it's safe for later. He can't play it again. It clearly says once per turn. You know that, ice barriers. And let's see, he's got the Miko now. Okay, interesting. He's certainly doing stuff and things. It's reminded me I need to look at ice barriers again. I played them a few times. I played the new stuff too. I just haven't played them in a while. Alright, Coral Anemone going back into Frost Spirit. Okay. And then Miko gives him a token. Interesting. Eddie, interesting. What are you up to? I believe you're locked into water monsters, so you're gonna make like Halkafibrax or something? You might make Halkafibrax. It's possible. Yeah, if he made Halkafibrax, yeah, that's what he did. He can summon a tuner. Yep, Fishborg. And basically, you can tribute this to bring out a tuner. So, let's see. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is a tuner too, though. Trying to think, yeah. Marincess Great Bubble Reef. Let's see. This does not do terribly much. Banish a water monster. Draw a card. Every time a card is banished, get 600 attack for each till the end of the turn. Alrighty. Well, an interesting combination, to be sure. To be certain it is. So what we're going to do, set our stuff. Just going to set this stuff to get it out of my hand. What? You got twin twisters or something? Maybe. Alrighty, so let me think about this. It really depends on what this stuff is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and polymerization. I am going to bring out my big fusion boy. Because I need to get rid of this. Need to get rid of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Mon. Let's see. See, I can get rid of Bubble Reef to the end of this turn. See, the thing is, I can get rid of this, but it's going to cost me my hand. And I kind of wish I didn't need to do that, but I kind of need this to die. But then again, it's a difficult situation. Let's see. Let me think about that. I could just negate the attack somehow. You know what? I'm going to do other stuff. I could just boost this up. I can discard cards to boost up Hidaten. But I'm not going to do that. Because that'll cost me all my stuff. So I'll just go for Hayate. And see where it goes. And I'm going to go ahead and, go for my reinforcement. He searched a card. I get to search a card too. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and grab Fortia. Whom I wish I could summon, but, obviously I don't have my field spell, otherwise I would. So let's go ahead for battle phase shenanigans. See what our opponent has. He has something. Question is what? Pulse of Trish. Ouch. Well, there goes my dang monster. But I'm still going to get rid of your Duloran. You don't get to keep that nonsense. Alrighty. Alrighty, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. There's only so many times he can do that. One attribute is not going to help me. Seems to be all watery water boys. Let's see. Yeah, if he attacks me with this, I can negate it. Question is, what else? Slash draw. Slash draw. Alright. Draw with a slash draw. And if the card is not slash draw, shuffle cards to the graveyard to deck. Equal number of cards sent from deck to grave by this effect. You just literally get back the good stuff. I can see why this card's at 1. I mean, I know it's because of Shinsi OTKs, but still. Alright, this could be problematic. Sadly, my Gozen match doesn't do me jack against this guy. My Gozen match doesn't work against decks that are all one attribute. Alrighty, this could be bad. Yeah, that Pulse of Trish will really hurt. I was kind of hoping Idaten would do it for me. See, this is what happens when... That's the thing, like I said with this archetype. It's still not done. It still needs some protection and some other things. And we just, like, a targeted banish is all it took to interrupt our stuff. That's all it took. It was freaking ice barriers. That's all it was, man. Alrighty. Man, I really wish I had my rival with Warlords. That would be a much better thing for me right now. I could really have messed him up with that. But not with this. Gozen match, no. Warlords? Definitely. Because the ice barriers are a whole bunch of different typings. And he's got like 4 on the board anyway. Now it's 5. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, folks. I'm not sure I can get around this, not going to lie. But if I can, I'll be back. If not, I'll see you guys in the bonus 4th duel. Alrighty, our 4th duel of the day. Unfortunately, could not stop the ice barrier guy. Little more than I was expecting there, but regardless, let's take this hand. Opening hand, it's something. I mean, there's something. I got Ordeal, I got Gozen, I got a whole bunch of options. We have a whole bunch of options, depending on what we're up against. We can go any which way we go. You just go any which way we go, which is what I hope the next line of support for this archetype will be. So they definitely need something. A bit more special summoning would be nice. And a hand trap that works in battle would be perfect. I think that would be perfect. Path of Disparity. I play that card too. Okay. So, this doesn't tell us much. All it tells us really is that he cares about his extra deck. Because if he didn't care about his extra deck, he'd be playing something. He'd be playing a pot of Extravagance. This is Skull Servants. Ooh, that could be tricky. Because those boys get really big really quick. They get really big and thick really fast. And sadly, my Gozen match is not going to help me at all. Because he's all dark, pretty much. I mean, yeah, there's Solitaire, but we don't care about that guy. Most of his cards are dark attributes, so that's what Gozen match ain't gonna help. Again, we're facing someone that my lockdowny floodgates don't help against. I don't know how to feel about that. Although, one good thing, if I get my fusion out, I can out the king. Because king only has one level. So that ought to be good. That ought to work just fine. So he's going to go for the Skull Servant combos. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead, though. Because we've all seen Skull Servants. We know how they work. He's going to be going for a bit, just, milling a bunch of stuff. So I'll be back as soon as he's done. Alright, so my opponent didn't actually do much. He set himself up for next turn. Fascinating. Alrighty, what we're going to do here, activate our Ordeal. As I would like to draw stuff. We're going to activate War Rock Mountain. Get ourselves another monster, indeed. Unless he has a freaking Ash Blossom on top of everything else he's done. It's possible. Ash Blossom is a Zombo. I could see that being a thing in here. Let's see, how many Skull Servants? 1, 2. He did have Ash. Ugh, disgusting. Alrighty. Alrighty, indeed. Let's see. Do I take the risk off or I probably shouldn't. Shouldn't indeed. As much as I would like to just trust in that, I'm going to have to not. Let's see. 4, 5. Actually, leave Pleiades just in case. And then, yeah, get rid of those. Get me a high-level monster, please. Alright, that will do. That will do indeed. So we're going to go ahead. Let's see. You control an earth monster. I wish some of these could special. Why are they all normie summon? I don't know. It's really annoying. But it's something. So we're going to go ahead and do... Doesn't really matter. Because I can't draw no more cards because of the effect of disparity. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and poly. You know what? Screw it. Let's just poly, get it over with. Whatcha. There he is. Add ourselves a monster. We'll get ourselves our Ophis. Just in case we need it. Just in case. So let's go ahead and battle. Do I really need to do that now? No, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this in case I need it. Just in case. So we'll do a clean 3,000 damage. It's a start. Or rather 15 because I've used the pot, obviously. Obviously. So we'll end our turn. We'll end our turn, and if he summons a Shiranui, that would be perfect, because if he did that, I could use Gozen match and lock him out of summoning things for a turn. Although I really doubt that he was going to do that, because he has no need to do that. Another Pot of Disparity. This guy really... I'm surprised he didn't... Well, I guess, yeah, he's digging into something. Question is, what is he digging into? Is he looking for the king? I mean, he could summon the king using White Prince. I guess he just doesn't want to do that. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know the answer to it. So he is going to go for what exactly? What do we got? Shiranui. He did get Unizombie. Okay, so now my Gozen match is useless. Gozen match is useless. What can I say? I play it to stop specific decks, and this is one of those decks that gets around it. We'll see. We'll see indeed. Dumping another white baking. He really wants to make his king, like, freaking huge, doesn't he? He wants to make that boy massive. Because, yeah, he's just gonna get another white prince and, like, I don't know what else. White mare? Possibly white mare, possibly something else. No, white princess. That could make my monster small and insignificant, and I don't like that. I don't like it when my monster is small and insignificant. Luckily, it doesn't really matter if my monster gets smaller. He can't make it small enough. So now he's finally gonna bring out the king. Okay. It is a big 8K beat stick. That is a lot of beat stick. That it is. So now... Oh, he's got summon another one. Was not expecting a second. Alright. A secondary King of the Skull servants. Yeah, they both 5,000. That's a lot. That's a lot, but it's still no match for my monster. Okay, now what is he doing? He's bringing back somebody. Is it white? Okay, lady in white. Okay, can't be destroyed by battle, unaffected by spell traps. Okay. I mean, that's not necessarily good, but I can do around that. I'm fine with that. It's all good. Alrighty, so now his monsters are bigger than mine. Luckily, I can just, you know, the way it works with 0 attack into 0 attack, nobody dies. So, even though he has hit me with the White Princess, it doesn't matter too much. Because it's once per battle, not once per turn. Therefore, even if he has, like, all these monsters, I'm good. And he made his monsters smaller yet again. Don't know why he keeps doing that. I guess he just really wants to have all these Kings of Skull servant. And I don't want to do anything. Unless I've miscalculated how this works, I should be good. Cause I'll just be like, no. Our attacks are the same. Why'd you go up to 1300? I don't know. Regardless, it's fine. He'll attack me with another monster. I'll be like, no. And then he goes back to normal after the battle. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, your monster, it's not gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that, son. Your strategy is ineffective against my dude with stick. Does your monster have a stick? No, it doesn't. He has no stick, therefore he's an inferior monster. Okay, so we've gotten around the King of the Skull Servant OTK. Granted, he still has something in his extra deck. I mean, presumably this is something he can use. Otherwise, he wouldn't have kept it. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say it's some form of Linky Stinky of some form. And I'll be like, I still don't get destroyed, my dude. It's not gonna work. Your strategy don't work against me. So, basically, okay, so now he's going into the bird. Unaffected by card effects, detached to materials, this card can't be destroyed by battle. No battle damage about... Okay, I'm just gonna attack this, you know. This bird doesn't really affect me. Not really. Not really a thing I give a two shakes about. Alrighty. Plus I could just, like, goes and match. Be like, you have to get rid of the bird. Actually, how does that work? It's unaffected. I'm pretty sure he has to... Maybe he keeps them... It doesn't really matter. I literally don't need to do anything about the bird. Not really, because I can just ram into the King of the Skull Servants. Deal 3,000 damage. It won't die. So, I'm all good. I am all good in the hood. And I can't summon Orphis because this guy's a light monster, sadly. But, you know, if I can just... You know, keep ramming into my opponent, I'll be good. So what I'm going to do is attack Unizombo. Because he is more of a problem than everything else. He's more of a problem boy. So I don't have to deal with him. So we're going to go ahead and set a card to spook him. End our turn. Yeah, this guy's got a cool strategy and all that. But it doesn't work against Editen. My heart. I get hit with a Harpy's Feather Duster. I specifically play my Starlight Road to counter Harpy's Feather Duster. My sadness is eternal. It is eternal. Let's see. He still has Gozuki. Just gotta put the king in defense mode, I see. Your king is in defense now. But I can't summon any other monsters or else my monster will, like, die and stuff, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll just attack the lady in white. Look at this guy. He's scared. Like a scared little tiny baby person. You know, King of the Skull Servant, Skull Servants in general, very battle-focused archetype. And we have forced him into defense mode. What I really need to do... I need to get 2 level 5s and go for Pleiades. That way I can bounce this, interrupt his stuff, etc., etc. That's the plan. And Metaverse ought to help me with that. So let's go ahead and get rid of the king. He can come back by banishing a monster, but that's, you know, that's what it is. And you're in defense mode, but I'm going to reduce your attack anyway. Get in the graveyard. There you go. Of course, he'll just come back. It's all good. It's all good. We're all good. We're perfect. We're fine. You know, normally King of the Skull Servants is a nigh unbeatable deck, but Edaten's one of those cards that just grinds their gears. And he just completely overlooks their entire advantage. He's like, hey, your monster's smaller level, therefore it is inferior. That's what Edaten says, not me, but that's just how it is. The proof is right here. His monster's in defense mode, mine is not. Alrighty, so now we're going to do Field Spell Searcher. If you ash me again, I despise you, young man. I despise you and what you believe in. Alright, that's not a problem. It's not a problem. I can just keep beating over this. Eventually, he'll be out of stuff. Eventually, he'll be out of material for his King of the Skull Servant. And when that happens, he will lose the duel because his monster will be too small. Although, presumably, he has something to get around Edaten. Otherwise, he would have given up by now. Huh. Interesting. Interesting indeed. You know, normally I would skip ahead, but you know what? I'm just going to keep dueling for now. It's a short enough episode. I'm just going to see what this guy does. Yeah, he must have something. He would not be dueling if he didn't have a plan. That or he's hoping I'll get bored to death. Which, mind you, is sometimes a valid strategy. Not often, but on occasion. Keep those, keep battling. If I can get my field spell, I could definitely go for double rock beatdown. And, you know, get rid of his stuff a little bit quicker. Because if I could summon Opus, beat into the king, and then it comes back and then beat into it again, he'll lose 2,000 attack points per turn. And that would be nice, but I just don't want to do it yet. I have a feeling if I underestimate this guy, I will lose the duel. I don't want to lose the duel. No, thank you. It's all going to be a matter of Edaten survives. Oh, hey. Another pot. I can go with that. I'm not doing any damage right now. Why not? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. You're not going to help me. And... 6. Sorry, Baguska. I don't need you right now. Give me a field spell, please. Hey, it's a field spell. That's what I like to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty, this is where the rubber meets the road, people. War Rock Mountain. Get me a card, thank you. And let's see, I got a level 5 in the hand. Where's my other level 5? Are they gone? He gone, isn't he? He have gonski. Okay, not a problem. Not necessarily a problem. Is all good. I'm gonna get the guy who summons himself. Starting to wish I'd kept Baguska, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So what I'm gonna do here, normal summon my Orpus. Then I'm going to special summon Gakdos. Oonga Boonga. Battle phase. Activate field spell. No. Summon forth Bashilios. Huzzah. Alright, and so we're going to start with Gakdos, because he's small. And here's the thing, he has to summon this in defense, otherwise I'm just going to keep killing it. I mean, granted, he might put it in attack mode, who knows. Let's see. Ditch an Earth Warrior, everyone gets 200 attack. Don't need to do that yet, maybe later. Because see, if he puts it in attack mode now, I'll do a clean 3,000 damage to him. That's just what'll happen. What are you gonna do, my lad? Attack mode or defense mode? Your decision. Ah, you fool. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. I'm just gonna keep attacking the king. Keep attacking the king. Eventually, he will be out of material. And... oh yeah, I forgot. I could just make this guy attack directly. I should probably do that. Let's see. No, not yet. Let's see. Earth Warrior oh wait, no, I've missed the timing. It's all good. I don't need... oh wait, no, I can do it now. Activate. Basilios can now attack directly. Yes. So I shall attack directly. He shall not have even less life points. I mean, granted, it's halved because of my pot, but it's all good. And no. Don't need to do that. Alright, let's go ahead and attack this one more time. And we'll be good. We'll be good. His boss monster is small and pathetic now. It was once an 8k beatstick. It is now a 3k beatstick that can't beat over my 3k beatstick. So, we'll be all good in the hood, depending on if he ever draws into the thing he's been trying to draw into. Because I presume he's been trying to draw into something. Alright, activate the soft lock. So depending on what he gets into... alright, I gotta get rid of one of my... you know what, I'm gonna obviously keep my light monster, because that's the thing that's winning me the stool. It's all good. Shouldn't have played Gozen match, but it's fine. Okay, white baking. White baking indeed. And... I'm surprised you still... What are you trying to do that you think is gonna help you win this duel, my dude? Because you got nothing. You got a whole mess of nothing. Nothing you got is gonna get around E to 10. You know, and granted, I gotta kind of just keep beating over your monsters until you lose. But eventually you're gonna run out of the cards. So I'm gonna go ahead now. It's been long enough. I'm gonna skip ahead. If this guy comes back somehow, I'll be back. If not, I will see you guys in the end screen. Okay, we're back. He drew Forbidden Droplet and Monster Reborn a king. And yeah, I'm going to get rid of my field spell to protect my monster. Boom. Didn't expect that one, did you, Mr. King? Bet you thought you'd won the duel once you finally drew your Forbidden Droplet. Not quite. Not quite indeed. Your little Forbidden Droplet was not good enough. Let's see. Until the end of this turn. Yep. So that's going to be game right there. It was a very valiant effort on our kingly boy. He fought real damn hard. But not enough. Not enough. Okay, so there you go, folks. War Rocks did surprisingly well. We got ourselves 3 out of 4 wins. Granted, our first 2 opponents were kind of scrubs. But you know what? Sometimes you get what you get. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's duels. Make sure to smash the like button if you did. And what does my list say is the next deck? It is Cosmos. We'll take another look at Cosmos. So until then, your boy Memphis is going to be signing out. And I'll see you guys at the end next time.